Hey there, thank you so much for joining me. On today's video, we're talking about 5 ways to kickstart career planning. I'm Shellie Deloyer from Bright Future Solutions, and this week's video is all about how to get students out of feeling pressured, overwhelmed, and really uncertain about their future, to instead being clear on where they're going, confident in themselves, and feeling excited about their future. So let's dig right in. I've got a PDF download that you can get right from where you're watching this video that goes through these 5 steps, and I encourage you to make some notes and brainstorm how they can apply and any ideas that you have. So let's get started. One of the very first things that I want students to be asking themselves when it comes to planning for their future and kickstarting their career planning is asking the question, who do I want to become? See, this really flips the equation from the old question of what do you want to do with your life? What job do you want to have? What do you want to do after graduation? Which, let's be honest, most students have no idea how to answer that question and really hate being asked it. And I get it. I mean, I've been asked that question when I was in their shoes, and I know I didn't feel like I had an adequate response, and it left me feeling like I had no idea what I was doing. So instead of trying to figure out what you want to do, we're asking the question, who do I want to be? This goes back to Wayne Dyer's quote of, you're a human being, not a human doing. And what he means by that is, let's focus on who we are. Focus on your being. Who are you and who do you get to become? That is way more important than what you're doing on a day-to-day or minute-by-minute basis. So yes, we'll get to the point of figuring out what job you want to have and what you want to do with your life. And first, it really needs to start with answering the question, who am I? Who do I want to become? I encourage students to take some time and reflect on this question and see what comes up. These are the types of questions that you want to ask yourself, and then pay attention to the whispers. Pay attention to those voices that come up, those little ideas and the inklings that come from your gut, from your intuition. You know yourself best, and you have these answers within you. So pay attention to what comes up and allow yourself to do some free writing, some free form journaling around these questions. All right, next, number 2. Embrace your unique smarts. This is all about getting to the heart of what you're good at, your unique talents, your unique abilities, your unique intelligences or smarts. You see, we go through school, we get grades, and we get sort of these ideas around how smart we are based on the grade on the report card and the comments in the report card section. So instead of focusing your intelligence and how smart you think you are on somebody else's grades, I want you to look inwards and start asking you what you are really uniquely good at. Everybody has their own unique intelligences, their own unique smarts, their own unique abilities and talents. And some people are very academically smart, and that's fantastic. Some people are really gifted that way. And that doesn't mean that that's the only type of intelligence. In fact, we have way more types of intelligences than what are measured on your report card. So for students, I want them to start looking at what comes naturally to them. When are they in their zone of genius? Which is where things are flowing, there's energy, there's a natural ability where everything just clicks into place. Take a look at what they're doing when they're in those zones. Some people are musically very talented, musically intelligent. Other people have other types of artistic intelligence and they're very creative. It might be actual visual arts, fine arts, or it might be creative thinking, creative problem solving, creative ideas. Some people are very linguistically smart. They have a way with words, maybe orally, maybe written, presentations, presenting ideas. Some people are very mathematically smart or very logical. They can work their way through steps and problems very effectively. Some people are socially smart. Other people are intrapersonally smart, which is all about understanding and knowing thyself. And they have a strong sense of self-awareness. Right? Some people have a natural intelligence, a natural ability around compassion and kindness and empathy, because those things come naturally to them. These are the types of people who are just naturally very kind, very good to other people. And they don't necessarily understand why everybody isn't that way. You see, that's a key to understanding your unique intelligence, your unique abilities. Take a look at what you do that just comes so naturally to you that you don't understand what the big deal is. These are the kinds of things where you don't understand why everybody wouldn't do it that way. It just works so well. It comes so naturally. When you start playing to your unique smarts, then you start taking advantages of your strengths. You get into that flow. Instead of battling against your weaknesses and trying to paddle upstream, you get to just go with what works for you and put your strengths to good use. All right, next, number 3, we're moving into finding your thing. This is taking a look at what your student really cares about. See, every student has their own personality, their own interests, their own skills, their own values, and they also have the things that they care about. Now, as parents, as teachers, as adults in general, we might look at the things that they really care about and not understand. We might not really get it the way that they do. And that's totally okay. They are growing up in a different generation, in a different era, with different values as an entire generation than what the previous generations before them had. So we need to allow our students to explore their passions, their interests, to create their own platforms around what they really care about. So for students, I want them to start thinking as if they were creating their own political platform. Maybe it's a school politics platform, maybe it's a world politics platform. It can exist on any level. But start thinking about, if I were running for president of this group or prime minister of this country, then what would I run on? What would that platform be? What do I want to tell people is most important? What do I want people to know? What do I want them to understand? Pay attention to what topics you talk about and what topics you engage in that you're interested in, that you want to learn more about, that you want to talk about, or that you want to research more. Start looking into what you really care about and allow your mind to dream and to run free. All right, moving on to number 4. Now, number 4 is a belief that I really want students to ponder, to reflect on, and to ultimately move forward with. And this is the belief and the knowing that you have all of the resources that you need to succeed and to achieve your desired outcome. When students start moving forward and taking action by knowing that they have everything they need within them, then they start moving forward with confidence. They move forward with self-belief, with a drive, with a knowing that they are going to succeed. And when you move forward with those beliefs, you're creating space for it to happen. You're going to get what you focus on. And your results line up with your beliefs. So when you move forward, believing in your potential, believing in everything that you have within you, and by knowing that you have the resources you need, then you create space for that to happen. Now, this doesn't mean that you're not always going to necessarily have all your answers, that you're going to know exactly what to do, you're going to have all the clarity you need. I mean, let's face it, most students are currently faced with a reality around being pressured, uncertain, unsure of their direction, overwhelmed by all the options, and pretty stressed out. So they may not feel at any given moment like they have all the answers. I get it. So what this does mean is when you trust and you know that your answers are already in there, now it becomes simply a process of accessing them. You know you best, the same way I know me best, and your student knows themselves best. Nobody can know you the way that you know you, and nobody can give you your answers the way you can uncover your own answers. So as coaches, as guides, our job is really about helping them and guiding them to uncover their answers. It's never to tell them the answer. It's always about showing them where to look, how to uncover their own answers. Ultimately, move forward with the belief that you have all the resources you need within you to succeed. Knowing that creates a world of opportunities and space for them to open up in front of you. Those opportunities are there. Sometimes we've got blinders on and can't really see them. All right, the fifth way that you can kickstart your career planning, and this is a big one. Trust yourself. Trusting yourself is about listening to your intuition, listening to your gut, to that voice in your head that tells you that you are worthy of an amazing, beautiful life, that you deserve the success that you dream of, that you can create it, that you are good enough, and that it's out there waiting for you. You just need to go get it. You see, you don't have a dream. Those dreams have you. Those dreams have chosen you to go out and bring them to life. So whatever dream a student comes up with, that dream has chosen them. That idea has picked them as the one to go pull it down out of the clouds and bring it to reality, to create it in the real world. So as a person with a lot of different ideas and oftentimes faced with people saying, oh, come on, be more realistic, let me tell you that there is a lot of power in dreaming. There's a lot of power in coming up with creative, out there, fun, extraordinary ideas. And there is just as much power in taking the action to actually move some of those ideas forward. So I want you to download the PDF that comes along with this video. It's right here on the blog where you're watching this video. Make notes, share it with the student in your life, and help them come up with ideas of how they can implement these 5 ways to kickstart their career planning. Then send me a note. Let me know how it's going because I want to be on this journey with you. Let me know what questions you have and celebrate your wins with me so I can celebrate right along with you. I look forward to hearing from you. Until next time, bye for now.